We're back on League Unlock. Eric and Mark, we went through the all-pro teams in the LCS, which means it's time to pick out the very best from those all-pro squads and talk MVP nominees. And Mark, if we did this 2 weeks ago, after week 7, there wouldn't have been multiple nominees. It would have just been CoreJJ, his return to NA. He's going to get MVP. He's the most important player on the far and away most dominant team in North America. And even though they've slumped, lost 3 in a row, he should still be the front runner.
Oh man, this is like opening up that bag of Starburst, and all you see there are just some yellows and oranges, and all of a sudden, just in the middle of it, there's that one bright pink
Don't
Starburst.
say pink is the best Starburst.
Oh, come on, man. It's gotta be pink. The pink Starburst, the strawberry, is CoreJJ here. The number one Starburst
Never been more
and
disappointed.
the number 1 support here in North America. This is what it's all about. Leave your favorite Starburst comment in Starburst comments. Starburst flavor
just
in the
talk
comments
about
down below.
Starbursts.
But CoreJJ, while you're eating that Starburst, has already picked up here this MVP. This has gotta be it. Come on, give him the MVP. This support has done everything that you could ask for and more in his position, especially coming in as an import and delivering right away. CoreJJ is my MVP vote. I don't care who you're gonna show me after this. This is my MVP.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll just stop here and start talking about some more Starbursts, because obviously orange is better than pink. Nobody wants the pink Starburst. But CoreJJ, it's very easy to make Tahm Kench a boring and underwhelming champion, but he's one of the few elite level supports that can actually hard carry a game on that champion.
Yeah, and I hate watching this catfish do work. You gotta bench the Kench, inhibit the ribbit, whatever you wanna do. Get this guy out of my games. But if it's CoreJJ playing it, welcome on in, buddy. This is what you're talking about. This is what you want to be cooking up here. CoreJJ, a master on the Tahm Kench.
Anytime Doublelift is busting out his vein, maybe they should be putting CoreJJ on that Tahm Kench, because it just...
It's not that good.
It's magic. It masks any mistakes that your AD carry are making. But yeah, even though they've lost 3 in a row, CoreJJ, this is still his award. He should win it. But there are some guys who have really stepped up and are right behind him in those rankings. And it's basically the MVP from the top 3 squads. So for Cloud9, there's a couple of guys you could talk about, but we're looking at Licorice. He has been an absolute fiend in that top lane. And what a career storyline this guy has had. People say, oh, he's going to replace Impact. Cloud9's going to suck this year. Wins Rookie of the Split. Performs on the international level. Sophomore slump. Oh no, he can't possibly follow up that level. Well, now we're talking about him as an MVP.
Man, it's crazy. It's come a long way. I remember when we were first talking about Licorice saying, hey, this guy should probably end up picking up Rookie of the Split. Well, it was because he was the only rookie that split. But as we said it, someone was like, oh man, you guys suck. No way is Licorice going to be any good. He'll be such a weak point for Cloud9. Not the case, YouTube comment, buddy. This has been the absolute strong position for Cloud9 this past year and a little bit here. Licorice has emerged as one of the best products out of North America here, and really a stable top laner, and one who knows and can handle so many different matchups and find a way to exploit it and bring that to your team the very next day to try and help you out here. Licorice is a massive X factor for this Cloud9 organization.
And he learned so well from mistakes. Probably the biggest learning point after Worlds was obviously losing to that Lucian top at the hands of Huni. And then you saw Cloud9 Academy picking the gangplank into it. And you heard Reaper say, who do you think Licorice was training against in this matchup? It was obviously Kumo, but I mean, his Sylas that we saw was probably still the best performance we've seen in North America, probably EU too.
I think the only better Sylas one I saw was that 1v5 clip from Bjergsen's stream. So until then, until that's on the LCS stage, Licorice has got to be our best Sylas NA.
And I mean, who else is playing Ornn and actually making it work here in the LCS after he's been nerfed so many different times? Licorice, you're seeing Poppy up there. He can play tanks, which was the big question mark for him, and we know that he can take over a game on carries. Now, there are some other guys on Cloud9 that you could talk maybe are similar levels of MVP. Even someone like Zeyzal is so huge for this squad, but we got Licorice as the main guy for Cloud9. And for TSM, we talked about it previously. If you're talking off the Rift, if you're including that to MVP, I'm throwing my votes at Broken Blade. But we're talking strictly on the Rift and the leadership and overall play that Bjergsen brings. We got to talk about him. I mean, it's not a year goes by without you talking about Bjergsen as an MVP.
Yeah, hey, well, we were talking about, first off, BB on the side here. Well, if BB's height is any type of small stature
He's
here,
6'1".
boy, he is 6'7", making it up for it with that personality and love he brings to this Team Solo mid roster. But yes, on the Rift performance, if you're looking for another MVP candidate, who else is it going to be? Number 4 already for the guy looking to pick up number 5. Bjergsen looking for another MVP trophy. His performances clean. What else do you want from the man with the best beard? I'm going to say it, the best beard in the LCS.
Zazel has
Bjergsen.
a word. He has a word he'd like to say.
See, I like the more complete look with the mustache on Bjergsen's beard. That's what I think gives him that power to get the MVP vote here instead of Zazel, who had to give it up to Licorice, man. Licorice doesn't even have a beard.
Zazel's the OG Fear the Beard in the LCS, so you got to give some nods to him. But you look at those champions played for Bjergsen. People love saying, he just plays Lissandra every game. The man played 11 champions in 18 games. It's not all about Lissandra. Yeah, he's fantastic on that pick, had some incredible engages. He's just seeing Faker play him, and he says, you know what, I'll play Lissandra too. Seems like a busted champ right now.
That's the really fun thing, actually, with Bjergsen playing a lot of these champions, having those 11 played this split, is when you look at it, there's just so much different styles that Bjergsen is able to play with TSM and able to impact and contribute to this team. You see it right here with things like the Lissandra getting in there, being a little bit more supportive. We've seen him, and we all know and dream about Bjergsen's Zed and the other assassins.
Did we all dream about his Zed?
Oh, come on. If you're not dreaming about Bjergsen's Zed, I don't want to know what you're dreaming about, because it's not good enough. No. That Zed is worth it to see. And also, of course, we've seen it recently, the Zillion, the more heavy support type role here. And Bjergsen, I'll say it again, he is the king of the Zillion here. Not Jensen. You got to go back and look through history here. Bjergsen is the NA Zillion god.
And you've just seen, I mean, throughout his career, the development of this guy. He's always been one of, and usually the very best mid lane in the LCS in North America, and I think you could say the same here for the spring split. I'm excited to see what he can get done in playoffs, but those are your top 3 MVP candidates. CoreJJ should still be the front runner. That's it for League Unlock. Eric and Mark with you guys as always. We thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you